Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We got some post 1961 Apba baseball. We got the Chicago White Sox taking on the Tampa Bay Devil Rays down in Tampa. And it's the first of a 3-game series. And to lead it off here for the Chicago White Sox, and playing second is Durham. Batting second, playing short is Aparicio. Batting third, playing right field is Paul Konorka. Batting fourth, playing left field is Dye. Batting fifth, playing first base is Abreu. Batting sixth in center field is Lemon. Batting seventh and third base is Venturia. Batting eighth on the catching Lohr. And on the mound, batting ninth is Hoyt. And now for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, the hometown. And leading off, playing shortstop is Bartlett. Batting second, playing center field is Upton. Batting third, playing right field is Huff. Batting fourth, playing first base is Pena. Batting fifth, playing left field is Meadows. Batting sixth, playing third base is Longoria. Batting seventh, playing second base is Cantu. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Navarra. And on the mound, batting ninth is MORRE. Let's get down here to Tampa Bay and get this game started. And to lead it off for the White Sox, looking for their first win, is Durham, batting 200 on the year. And Matt Moore making his first start of the year. And in 2013, he was 17-4 with a 3.29 ERA. Here's the pitch to Durham. And that's going to be against the lefty. 15, and that's going to be a base hit, an infield hit for Durham. So the leadoff batter gets aboard here for the White Sox. So runner down at first, and Aparicio's up. They're going to do a little hit and run here. Try to stay out of the double play. Aparicio's batting 250 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And Meadows makes the catch for out number one. And Paul Konorka comes up. And Paul is looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 4. And that's going to be another fly ball, and this one out to Upton in center field for out number 2. And Dye comes to the plate now, and he is 0 for 2 this year. And he's going to be 0 for 3, as that's going to be a ground ball down to Bartlett. He fires over to first, and the leadoff single goes nowhere. White Sox nothing. The Rays coming to bat. Got Bartlett, new up batting .333 with no homers and 1 RBI. And then, should be 1983, I would have seen LaMARR's. Yep. Cy Young year, 1983, he was 24-10 with a 3.66 ERA. Here's the pitch to Jason. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Aparicio. He fires over to first for out number 1. That brings up Chet Lemon now. I got the wrong. What am I doing here? And we got Upton up now. Get the right team here. And BJ, he's 0 for 12, looking for his first hit of the year. And that's going to be a base on balls. LaMARR walks. I got it. It's 0 for 12. Not what you want to see if you're a White Sox fan looking for your first win. And Huff's up now, batting 250 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up pine on plate. Sherm makes the catch for out number 2. And now you got Carlos Pena up. And Pena is batting 083. No homers and 2 RBIs. That's a lazy fly ball out the Lemon. And that'll do it. Tampa Bay strands one. We get to the top of the second. A nothing game. Abreu, Lemon, and Venturina due up here. Jose is batting .250 with a homer and RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty, 11. And that should be a base hit in the left field. And it is. So again, the White Sox get the leadoff batter aboard here. And now you got Chet Lemon up. And Lemon, he's batting .143, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first, 32-4. That'll be fielding column 1. And is he batting left-handed? Nope, that's going to be the old 6-3 double play. So that wipes off the runner now. Now there's nobody on. 2 outs for Robin. And Robin's looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 4. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Now to end the inning. So the double play erases the single. And we go to the bottom of the second with Meadows, Longoria, and Cantu due up here. Meadows is batting .273 on the year. No homers and no RBI. That's going to be a base on balls. And the Devil Rays get the first batter aboard here in the second. And Longoria comes to the plate. And he's batting .231 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty, an 18 and a 10. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Lemon's got a cannon out there. A 29 or lower, he makes it to third with nobody out. That is a 55 or lower. He's going to third. And what did I say it was? 29. And they just get him, folks. 29 or lower. I said, yep, it's a 55 or lower, a 56. And Chet Lemon throws him out at third. So the runner gets thrown out at third. Now there's a runner on first. And 1 out. As Meadows gets gunned down by Chet Lemon. And now you got Jorge Cantu up, batting $154. He does have 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And they should get the lead runner. And they do. That'll be the old 6-4 put out. Now you got Navarro up with a runner on first and 2 out. And he's batting .091, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Durham. He goes the easy way over to second. And again, Tampa Bay strands 1. We go to the top of the third. Still no score. Old Sherman's due up, followed by HOYT and then Durham. And Sherman's batting .333, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the LaGoria at third for out number 1. And LaMARR HOYT comes up for the first time this year. And that's going to be against the lefty, 14. And we don't need no stinking DH. LaMARR HOYT's aboard here with an infield single. So the pitcher's aboard here with a 1 out. And now you got Ray Durham. He singled in the first. 1 for 1 today. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that should be fielding column 1. And that'll be a swing and a miss. Durham strikes out. And Aparicio's up now. And he is 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one. Will this score LaMARR from first? That's the question. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And LaMARR, with his speed, probably will make it down the third here with 2 outs. A 31. That'll be like a 61. Yeah, 61 or lower. He's safe. And he's in there at third. So that's a single in the right. Runners on the corners. And you got Paul up now. Can Paul deliver here and get the White Sox on the board? He is 0 for 1. He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a catcher. That's going to be a rare play. First and third. On 41. First and third. On the 41, we'll have to re-roll some dice here. 36 and a 41. And that'll be a 28. The team, let's see here. 8, 13, 21, 27, 41, 38, 10, 15, 23, 29, 29, 33, 38. That'll be fielding column 2. And the defense was back. Safe at first. Runner scores when third baseman throws home. Hits him. That'll be an E5. And the runner on first is going to be out trying for third. So we got an E5. And the runner on first is going to be out trying for third. And that'll end the inning, but the White Sox get on the board here, folks. It's 1-0 Chicago after 3. And we got Matt Moore due up. Then we're back to the top of the order in Bartlett and Upton. And Matt Moore, first at bat of the year. Can he do what his counterpart did and get a hit? And that's going to be against a righty. It'll be a 17. And that's a hit. We don't need no stinking DH, folks. That's an infield hit for Matt Moore. And both pitchers got hits here. And now you got the leadoff batter aboard. And Jason's up, and he's 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the first. And that's going to be a fly ball out to die for out number 1. And BJ's up. And BJ walked his first time up. That's going to be a 40. The team is a 8, 10, 15, 24, 31, 35, 36, 39. That'll be fielding 1, a wild pitch. No, it's not. So that'll be a rare play with a runner on first. And a 40. Runner on first, a 40, a 46, and a 40. That'll be a balk if the pitcher's a BK0. And he's not, so that's a balk. I'm not sure if a balk's just BK. Yep, he balks him over the second. So now you got a runner down at second for Upton. Here's the 1-0 pitch to him. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. How far is this ball going to go is the question. And that's going to be a kiss it goodbye. That's a home run. And the Tampa Bay Devil Rays is going to take a 2-1 lead here. Still no out. Huff up. Huff is 0 for 1. He popped up his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the lemon for out number 2 rather. And Pena's up now. And Carlos is 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. Carlos gets on with a 1-out walk. And Mr. Meadows steps to the plate. And he walked his first time up. And that's going to be a 40 again. A lot of rare plays here. And that's not a wild pitch. That'll be a rare play, a 26 on a 40. And balk runner to second. And he's going to balk another balk in this game, folks. Another balk by LaMARR. Now you got another runner at second. The last time it was a homer. Austin Meadows is up still. And that's going to be a well-hit ball. LaMARR keeps balking these runners in the scoring position, and they're taking advantage of it, folks. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And another run comes across. It's 3-1 Tampa Bay. And Longoria comes to the plate. And he's 1 for 1 single back in the second. And that's going to be another rare play, probably. 39. And a catcher. That's going to be a strike. Runner called off second if neither team leaves by more than 3, and they don't. Meadows gets picked off at second. And that'll end the inning. But the Devil Rays score 3 thanks to the balks. And we go to the top of the 4th in a 3-0 game. You got Dye, Abreu, and Lemon due up. Dye's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a grounder down the short for out number 1. And Jose steps to the plate. He got a single his first time up back in the second. He's 1 for 1. That's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's Moore's second strikeout of the game. Chet Lemon gets something started here with 2 outs. Lemon, he grounded into a 3-6-3 double play his first time up. That's a ground ball again down the first. And Pena takes it himself for out number 3. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Longoria, Cantun, and Navarra due up. And Longoria singled in the second, 1 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out the lemon for out number 1. And Jorge comes to the plate, and he's 0 for 1. He grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Aparicio. And he bobbles this ball, folks. That's going to be an E6. So Jorge's aboard here on an error. Second error of the game. First one on the White Sox. And Navarra is up now. And he grounded into a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the paw and right field for out number 2. That brings up Matt Moore. And Moore is 1 for 1. He singled and came around the score in the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. HOYT strikes him out. And that'll end the 4th. To the top of the 5th we go. And you got Robin, Sherman, and LaMARR due up here in the top of the 5th, the bottom part of the order. And Robin's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd, over to first for out number 1. And now you got Sherman Lohr up. And Sherm's 0 for 1. He grounded out the 3rd his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play of 51 and a 38. And that's going to be hit to center field. Upton's out there. And that 22, 23 and a 2 should be fielding column 1, and it is. And that's going to be a fly out. Upton makes the catch for out number 2. And that brings LaMARR HOYT up. And remember, LaMARR got a single at first time up and came around to score. He's 1 for 1 today. That'll be a ground ball down the third, and that'll end the inning. White Sox go quietly in the 5th. The top of the 6th we go. Top of the order due up here for the Devil Rays, Barnett, Upton, and Huff. And Jason's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3. That's an easy grounder this time. Aparicio fields it cleanly, fires over the first for out number 1. And BJ's up, and he's 1 for 1. He's got that 2-run homer, plus he walked in the first. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Hoyt strikes him out for out number 2. That is LaMARR's second strikeout of the game. And Huff comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. And the Devil Rays go down in order. To the top of the 6th we go. And the top of the order due up here for the White Sox. You got Dorm, Aparicio, and Cornorco. And Ray is 1 for 2. He singled and struck out. And that's going to be a base on balls. The White Sox will take it. Tying run comes to the plate. And Aparicio is going to do a little hit and run here. Trying to stay out of the double play. And that's going to be hit down the first. 44 and a 4. And that'll be fielding column 1. And a hit and run out at first, runner to second. He'll take it himself. The runner will get down to second. And Paul's up now. Runner down in scoring position, and he's 0 for 2. He has flown out. He did reach on an error, though, in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. 32 and a 6. Oh, Jorge's a terrible fielding second baseman. That'll be fielding column 3, and that's going to be first and second on air. The runner's going to score. So a 2-base error. Jorge airmailed that one, folks. And now you still got a runner down at second, and it's a 1-run ball game for Jeremiah Dye. And Dye, he is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short both times. Tying run down there at second. And that's going to be at 40. The team, and that's going to be a wild pitch. That's going to get the runner down the 3rd. And that's going to force them to bring the infield in. 1-0 pitch here to Dye. And that's going to be a pop-up out in shallow. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Big strikeout for MORRE. 2 outs now. And Jose's up. And Abreu's 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 1st. Actually, that's going to be a pop-up down the 1st in foul territory. And that'll end the inning. But the run comes across, makes it a 3-2 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 1-run lead here for Tampa Bay. They got Pena, Meadows, and LaGoria up. Carlos 0 for 1. He did walk and come around to score in the 3rd. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lemon for out number 1. And Austin Meadows comes to the plate. And he's perfect 1 for 1. He had a double and an RBI back in the 3rd, walked in the 2nd. That's going to be a fly ball out to Paul in right field. And that's 2 down. And Longoria comes to the plate. Nobody on and 2 outs. And he's 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Robin. That's a 1-2-3 inning. To the top of the 7th we go. Tampa Bay holding on to a 1-run lead. They got Lemon due up, Robin, and then Sherm. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Jorge makes the play this time for out number 1. And Robin's up now. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out the short twice. And that's going to be a comebacker. Moore grabs it, fires over to first. 2 quick outs here. Let's see if old Sherm can get aboard here. He is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. A 2-out walk. We'll have to pitch hit here for LaMARR. Try to get a run across here. Let's see who's going to come out of the dugout here. See who they got on the bench. And it looks like it's going to be the Big Hurt. It's going to come off the bench. Try to give these White Sox the lead here. And Frank is looking for his first base hit of the year. He's 0 for 3 today, this season. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. And they leave the runner down at first. We go to the 7th inning stretch in a 3-2 ball game. Got the righties coming up here. So and it looks like it's going to be HOYT coming out. Wilhelm. One HOYT to another HOYT. So Wilhelm will come out and pitch. Try to keep this a 1-run game. This is her first appearance of the year. In 1965, he was 7-7 with 21 saves and a 1.81 ERA. He'll be facing the bottom part of the order, Jorge Navarra, and a pitch hitter for Moore. And Jorge's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be against the righty. 18. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field for out number 1. As ID Jester joins us here. HOYT to HOYT. Exactly. Why not, right? HOYT Wilhelm taking over for LaMARR HOYT. And Navarra's up. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a pop up down the second for out number 2. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Matt Moore. See who's going to come off the bench. As Moore did a nice job. 4 hits, 2 runs. Let's see here. And it's going to be Wynn's going to come off the bench. Bat left-handed here. See what Randy can do. And he's 0 for 2 on the year. Here's the pitch to Randy. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Durham. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Rays. We go to the top of the 9th. Tampa Bay with a 3-2 lead. Now let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here and try to shut this down. Got the top of the order due up. They got a decent bullpen, Tampa Bay does, that's for sure. Better than decent, a good, damn good bullpen. Darn good bullpen. Let's see here. Got the righties coming up. They want Roberto coming out of the pen. They don't want the lefties yet. JP come in to do the ninth. So that's who they're going to go with. Hernandez is going to come in the game here. Try to keep this 1-run lead here with the righties due up. What happened there? What happened there? So there we go. And this is Hernandez's second game. He's 0-1 with a 27 ERA. Like I say, he'll be facing Dorman, Aparicio, and Paul. Ray's 1 for 2 with a walk. And that's going to be a rare play, a 34 and a 36. And that's going to be swing and a miss, strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch to Ray. And that's going to be swing and a miss, strikes him out for out number 1. And Aparicio steps to the plate. He's 1 for 3, single back in the third. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Pena. He calls off. Roberto takes it himself for out number 2. And can Paul do something here and get these White Sox tied up? He's 0 for 3. He's reached on 2 errors, though. And he does more than that this time. He squares it up. See where Paul drives this ball to. That ball is hit into right field. Huff gets over quickly, cuts it off. Paul makes the big turn, but heads back with his speed. Now you got the tying run down at first, a go-ahead run at the plate, and Dye. Dye is 0 for 3 today. Grounded out twice and struck out. And that's going to be a slow roller down to second. Jorge goes over to first. And the White Sox strand 1 to the bottom of the 8th we go. Top of the order due up here. As you see Tampa Bay's upcoming schedule, they got 2 more games here at home against the White Sox. Then they go and take on the Tigers for 1 game in Detroit. Then they go up to Chicago and take on the White Sox. So you got Bartlett, Upton, and Huff. Jason's 0 for 3 today. He is grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Hoyt gets him there. And that brings up BJ. And BJ's 1 for 2 with that 2-run homer. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And Hoyt wheeling and dealing here. Second strikeout in a row. And that'll bring up Huff. Can he strike the side out? And nope, that's going to be popped up down the short. Aparicio makes the catch, but it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th. To the top of the 9th we go. And I think they're still going to go with their closer here, even with the righties. They're going to bring in J.P. Howe. J.P.'s going to try to come in here and put an amen to this game. Hernandez pitches 1 nice inning to see if JP can get the job done against the righties coming up. Painting the big bucks to close her out. Let's see if he can get her done. This is JP's second appearance of the year. No record, but a 27 ERA. He's got Jose, Lemon, and Robin due up. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks? Kiss it goodbye. And the game's tied up. J.P. Howe says crushed. And it's a 3-3 ball game just like that. JP blows the save. Now the tie ball game. Lemon's up. He's 0 for 3 today. And that ball is well hit. And JP's getting lit up again, folks. Got lit up his first time. He's getting lit up this time. That's going to be a double in the right field. And now the go-ahead and winning runs down at second. And Robin's up. Can the White Sox come back here in the ninth and win their first game? Robin's 0 for 3. Do we pitch hit Robin here? That's the question. And I think he's going to hit for himself, see if he can do something here with Lemon down at second. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bartlett at short. And that's going to be a single through short. The runner is going to stop at third. So now you got first and third, nobody out. I'll have to bring the infield in. And the tank's up. Sherman Lore. The Sherman tank. Can he deliver here? Infield in. He's 0 for 2. He did walk back in the seventh. And that's going to be against the lefty, 18. And that is going to be a fly ball out to right field. Lemon's got great speed. And it's going to be a 49. Huff's got an average on him. And they're definitely going to send him a 34, which means it's a 64 or lower. This game's over, folks. 64 or lower. And that is it. The tank with the sacrifice fly. And the White Sox come back and win this game in the bottom of the ninth, 4-3. Top of the ninth, so that the game ain't over. I'm thinking they're the home team. Sorry about that. So now you got a runner on first. And that'll be it for Hoyt Wilhelm. We'll have a pitch hitter here. And you know, Thigpen's getting warmed up in the bullpen, trying to save this first game. See who will come off the bench now. And Quinton's going to come off the bench. Runner on first, 1 out. Carlos Quinton comes off the bench. The White Sox are scored 2 against Howe. Quinton is batting .250 with no homers and no RBIs, and that's not going to happen anymore. That ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Quinton with a homer here. And J.P. Howe is getting lit up like a Christmas tree. And that's going to be it for Howe. And that's going to put this game away. And then now, being down 3-2. So it's now a 6-3 ball game. And that's going to be it for Howe. He can't get the job done. And McGee's, nope, that's a lefty's coming, not going to be coming in. Belfour is going to come in, try to put an amen to this mess. As Howe can't get out of the ninth inning. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So Belfour's coming out of the bullpen. Howell's given up 4 runs here in the ninth, only 1 out. And this is Belfour's second appearance. No record, no runs. Rays 1 for 3 today, 1 out, nobody on. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Meadows for out number 2. And Aparicio steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 4 today. And that's going to be a slow roller down the short. And the inning's over. But the White Sox score 4. Make this a 6-3 ball game. And Thigpen's going to be coming into the game, folks. Old Bobby Thigpen. Try to save this first win for the White Sox. They're 0-2 on the season. He'll be facing the big boys, Pena, Meadows, and Longoria, up by 3. Carlos comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. He did walk and come around to score in the 3rd. And against the righty, it'll be a 20 and a 9. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Lemon makes the catch for out number 1. And Meadows comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the 3rd. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 54. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And now the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball again out to Lemon. Now quickly 2 outs, 2 fly balls, 2 outs. And Tampa Bay's down to their last out here, folks. Longoria is 1 for 3, singled in the 2nd. And that ball is high. How far is this ball going to go, folks? Kiss it goodbye. Longoria launches one into left field. And now it's a 6-4 ball game. Whose Rays ain't done yet. Jorge Canton comes up 0 for 3. He did reach on an error in the 4th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Thigpen bounces back after the homer. And that'll end the game. And the White Sox win 6-4. Nice 9th inning comeback. You're at the box score. Now every team has won a game. Chicago was the last team that hadn't won. And the White Sox, 6 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. Devil Rays, 4 runs, 5 hits and 2 errors. You had Abreu with 2 hits, the only White Sox with 2 hits. Look at that. The White Sox 3 for 4 runners in scoring position. Abreu and Canteen with homers. They left 5 men on base. And Longoria, the only Tampa Bay Devil Ray with 2 hits. They were 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They only left 3 men on base. LaMARR HOYT gets a no decision. 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 2, and gave up a homer. Hoyt Wilhelm comes in, gets the win, pitched 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Thigpen picks up his first save. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout, and a homer. And Mr. Matt Moore pitched a hell of a game to get a no decision. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them unearned. Walked 2, struck out 4. Hernandez, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Howe comes in and blows the save. He's 0-1, 1/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 4 runs. And Balfour comes in, shuts the door, but too little, too late, 2/3 of an inning. Take a look here at the American League standings and leaderboard. And the Yankees are 2 games up on the Orioles and the Jays. The Red Sox 2.5 games back, and now Tampa Bay's 3 games back. And then the Central, the Tigers are a half a game up on Cleveland. Casey's a game back. And the Twins and White Sox are both a game and a half back. And out west, the Rangers a half a game up on Seattle. Oakland 2 back, and the Angels 2.5. Curtis Granderson's leading the American League with a 5.45 ERA. The 2 Indians with 4 homers, Tomei and Ramirez, and Jim with his 8 RBIs leading the American League. ERA leader is still at 0. Bunch of pitchers with 1 win. And JJ with the Mariners with 3 saves on the year, leading the American League. Jim Tomey's leading in the MVP voting, and Jim Palmer is leading in the Cy Young. I want to thank ID Gesture for stopping by today. Check out his great channel, folks. And the next game you'll see on this channel will be game number 2 of this series. And it'll be Tommy John going up against Hinkelson. Let's see if that's what that's got. No, they got Chris Sale. So it'll be Tommy John, not Chris Sale. Until next time, hit that subscribe button, folks. It doesn't cost a dime. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.